Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we have this problem. It's called next greater element. We have called the next greater element of some element x is an array. It is the first greater element that is to the right of x in the same array. Okay, I didn't understand anything from these two lines, and if you didn't understand, that's that's certainly normal. Okay, and you are given two distinct zero indexed integer array nums and nums1 and nums2, whereas nums1 is a subset of nums2, so nums1 is a portion of nums2 for each zero. Okay, so I is bigger than 0 or equals and less than is the 1. Okay, find the index j such that nums1 of I equals nums1 of 2 of I, and determine the next greater element. And then if the of nums of 2 of j and in nums2. Okay, the way they write this problem, it's really trash. I didn't understand. I understand the problem, but basically it talks me about like two, like I read it like 4 or 5 times to understand the problem, and actually the problem is super easy. So if there's no next greater element, then answer for this query is -1. Okay, so if you understand anything of this problem, that's good. That means that you are smart. However, if you are not that smart like me, so if we looked at the example, I guess it would be way more obvious. So we have these two arrays, and we wanna the solution is -1, 3, -1. So we have 4, and the next greater element for each value. So we have 4, and 4 is here, and there is no next greater element, so we return -1. We have the next one is 1, and 1 is here, so the next greater element 3, so return 3. And we have 2, and 2 is here, there's no next greater element, so return -1. It's really easy. It's really easy. However, the way they have write the problem, it's really trash. It's really trash. So let's see. So I would say how we can solve this problem. Okay, so let's just go to the sketch. So let's just have these two. Let's just it will be, where's the, okay, so let's just put it here. Okay, and let's just have this one. Okay, so oh sorry. So we have these two arrays. One of the ways that we can solve it is that we can loop, and maybe the ways that are coming to my mind, it's it will be for this one, let's say the length of this one is in, sorry, the length of this one is in, and the length of this one is m. And I guess the term complexity that my from solutions are coming to my mind to be n plus m. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we loop, and we find this 4 in the other array. When we found, we try to continue looping to find if there is a bigger value or not. If there is no bigger value, we just to continue loop. So we'll start with 1. We try and where is 1? There is 1. When we find 1, let's try to find the next bigger value. So this is what I'm thinking about. So let's just say how we can solve it. First of all, I will have let res. It will be a new array, and it will be from nums of 1.length, and I will fill it with -1. Okay, and I will say for, I'll make for loop, let I equals 0, I less than nums1.length, and I will say I plus plus. Okay, and let's say that I will create let found. I will just want to find it first, so it will be false. And what coming to my mind that when I found it, I will continue to loop to find if there is something bigger from than it or not. So I will make another loop for and in this for loop, it will be let j equals 0, and j is less than nums2. It's important to dot length and G plus plus. So we're looping in J in nums of 2. So first of all, I'll say that if I found if nums 2 of J equals nums I nums 1 of I will make it found is true. Okay. However, when we found the number, we want to continue to loop to know is if it's bigger than it or not. So I will say that, okay, if we found, let's say that we found, if found is true and nums of G bigger than nums of I, nums 2 of G is bigger than nums 1 of I will push the rest of I. Also rest of I, it will be nums 2 of G, 2 of G, and I guess we could break because there is no need to continue loop. And I will return rest. I guess that's it. Let's see. Oh, voila, it's okay. So let's talk about how this worked. So let's just take this an example. So let's start. So we start first with 4. Okay. So nums 1 of I is 4. So let's just try to put some here. Nums 1 of I equals 4 right now. So we're starting at 4 and we try to find. So we are in the loop. So if nums of J equals nums of I. Okay, if nums of J equals nums of I, no, we found it here in the third. So when it's true. So yeah, it's true. So we continue to loop to reach the last one, which is 2. So if I'm saying if we found it, okay, so the next one is greater, no. So okay, this one doesn't work. So we didn't modify the rest at all. And so because we didn't modify, it will be the -1 because we fill it with -1. So let's just continue. I will say, okay, let's go with 1. So nums of I will equals right now 1. So I'll say, okay, for let J equals 0, and I will stay here from 1. Okay, does it equals each other? Yeah, they equals each other. So okay, let's make it true. Found is true, and nums of I that is not equals that nums of J because they are not bigger because they are equal each other. So we go to the next one. So for the next one, we make sure that is found is true right now. So I'm saying that if found is true, yes, okay. If nums of J, the next element, bigger than nums 1 of I, if this bigger than it, okay, if that's bigger than it, we make a res of I, which is 1. So it will be this one. It will be equals nums 2 of J, which will be 3. And you will do the same with 2, and that's it. It's a pretty easy, pretty straightforward solution. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope my solution was quite good. If you like my code, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will never miss a video. And if you think my solution is not that good, just feel free to comment what you think that I should make my solution better. If you didn't like my description, tell me about what you didn't like specifically about my description, because this helps the channel so much. Like one of you guys told me before that the sound is really trash. So what I've done, I bought a proper microphone so my sound will be better. One of the one of you also talked to me about that. I put the a wrong title for a specific video, and he told me this is not acceptable. So what I do to solve this problem and make sure that this problem not happening again, I just double check every single thing I have to upload, so to make sure that I am putting the right title. So if you find something that if you want any suggestion on how to make this channel better and better, feel free to give me your suggestions. So that's it for this video, and I hope my solution was quite good, and that's it, and see you in future problems.